You see, it does just mean more in the state of Arkansas. What makes 7A football so special, so much more different than, other places throughout the state? Is it any different heading into 2021? It's the On the Hill Media Day 7A West special. And welcome into today's On the Hill Media Day 7A West special as we're on the campus of Rogers Heritage High School to talk to War Eagles head coach and just meet a few of the War Eagles today. But I'm joined now by Coach Steve Huckfin. Steve, welcome to the Media Day special.
Oh man, thanks for having me.
Year 3, Coach.
Yeah.
Give us a little insight into the War Eagle program and what we can expect this season.
Well, you can expect a disciplined product, a team that goes there and competes at a high level night in and night out, and that plays for each other. And we want to put a product out there that the families, the community, and the school can be proud of.
When you look at the 7A West, like I said, going in year 3, the first 2 years, Coach, what have you found out about the 7A West that maybe you didn't know or still were trying to figure out?
Yeah, well, some things you can't fix until you assess it. So that's the kind of situation I was in. And also this being our first opportunity to have an offseason with these guys. One thing I know about the 7A West, there's tremendous coaching.
Right.
There's very good football players. And night in and night out, you're going to get a very good competitive team that you're going against. What we had to do was we had to get stronger. First and foremost, I think that was my number one objective when I first got here, was let's improve our strength and conditioning program. And then let's find a scheme, offensively, defensively, and special teams-wise, that fits the kids that we have and the kids that we're going to be getting in the future.
When you look at your team this year, you survey over the roster, and most of your team is predominantly juniors, where you find a lot of your special talent. Those kids will be joining us today. Could you kind of give us a little insight as to who will be some of the kids that we speak to throughout today's show?
Yeah, some of those guys, some of the juniors you mentioned, Carter Hensley, he started for me last year as a sophomore. I think anytime you're rebuilding the program, you have to find your trigger man. You got to find your guy that you have confidence in and that the rest of the team have confidence in. He's that guy for me. You're also going to see Hunter Seals. He's got what you can't coach in that size.
Right.
6'6", 320 pounds, and he's finally getting mean. We also have Chris Nkeo. He's going to play some linebacker and some running back for us. 6'2", about 230 pounds, downhill runner. Those are 3 of the juniors that you mentioned. And then also we got seniors like Eli Craig and Nathan Moore. Those guys do everything we ask and some. And that's what we need out of our senior leadership.
Now, I know, and watching your team the past 2 years, been real physical, like to run the ball.
Yes,
and with senior Eli Craig coming back, will that still be the staple, the ground and pound offense?
There's no doubt about it. I think that's one thing that we have to take pride in. I think anytime you're going to have a football team, or any team for that matter, you have to have an identity. We're going to run the ball. We are going to throw the ball, but we're going to throw the ball because we want to, not because we have to. We're going to huddle up. What we do is kind of going to be a throwback to when everyone else is doing. Everyone else, they do a great job, don't get me wrong. That's just not us.
Right.
We're going to line up, we're going to have a tight end, we're going to have a fullback. There's times we'll line up in the I formation. But we're going to run the ball first. We're going to try to shorten the game on people. We're going to try to keep some of these high-flying offenses on the sideline. We're going to try to wear out your defense. So we have a game plan, we have an objective, and we're trying to build our guys to fit those things that we're trying to get accomplished.
Steve, what makes the 7A West, defense is so much more complicated, that you found out the previous 2 years?
Well, I think one thing is the number of coaches. When you have more coaches, you can teach more. When you have more coaches, you can meet more. You can just install a lot more when you have a number of coaches. I think that's the biggest thing that I've learned here is that they've got good quality staffs that are very knowledgeable. And if they don't know, they have the resources to go out and find out. I think that's what's really helping the defenses in this conference.
Speak a little bit about your defense. What's that philosophy? From what when you talk about Nathan, we've seen a lot of body of work from the young man. What will be the staple, and what will people say about the Heritage War Eagle defense for 2021?
We're gonna get after the ball. One thing I know, there's gonna be 11 football players on each side, but there's only gonna be one football.
Right.
And our job, what we're gonna try to do is keep it all in front of us and rally to the ball. Get to the ball, close space as fast as we can, be sure tacklers, not play outside of ourselves, not trying to do more than my job, and for sure not doing less than my job. Every man do his job and get to the ball as fast as possible.
We talk about special teams, and there's always 3 phases in a football game. Who'll be those guys that'll handle that part for you, for the War Eagles?
Brandon Baxter will take care of most of our kicking, but he's also came on that receiver for us. When you talk about the return game, we got another junior, J.J. Lockett. He's a heck of a ball player. We got Tillman McNair, another one in the return game. So those are just to name a few as far as special teams are concerned.
Looking back on last year, with the COVID pandemic, kind of enabling a lot of the crowds you normally would see on Friday nights. How special is that, Coach, to get back and be able to take the field and kind of be in a more normal atmosphere for a Friday night football game?
We're super excited about it. Like I said, we want the parents to come out. We want the little brothers to come out, the cousins, the aunts and uncles coming from out of town or out of state to come and watch. And I think it's going to be fun for our guys, when they look up in the stands and they see that the stands are packed and there's nothing really holding us back from having a good crowd and, more importantly, giving that crowd something to be proud of.
Now, my question would be to you, when you go out, and I know that, Heritage is a program that you're still building. I mean, what is that you look for, and what would be that message to parents that may consider their kids to be a Heritage War Eagle?
I think the number one thing that parents understand is we're trying to build and develop the same characteristics in these young men as coaches that they're trying to build in them as parents. Accountability, character, integrity, being a man of your word, being a man of substance. I think those go a long way, and I think those things will serve these young men so much more as they go into the life, as they get jobs, as they get families, as they start to have people counting on them. I tell my kids all the time, I've been a head coach for a long time now. Yes, we want to win games. We want to have good football players. But more importantly, we want to build great men. More important. This is just our platform.
Right.
This is just my platform. And we want all these young men to believe in something bigger than themselves. It's a world of, in my opinion, servantship. I want to serve these young men. I want to help build servants that are in the community, that are out here helping serve people. I think right now we're caught up in the world of, what can you do for me? What can I get from you? I'm the total opposite.
Right.
What can I do for you? How can I help you? How can I make your day better? How can I make your task a little bit less daunting? And those are the kind of guys that we're trying to develop here at Heritage.
7A West is kind of like the SEC. It does just mean more in the state of Arkansas. A lot of great coaches in this league. I mean, talk and speak on just the coaching that these young men get in this conference week in and week out.
Well, you get top-tier coaching. I think you can look around, and I think there's been a number of coaches from this geographical location that have went on to big-time jobs. So I think that in itself speaks volumes. And then, too, they're invested in football here. I don't think you're going to find many head coaches that also have a heavy academic load. So I think that speaks volumes about what it is and how important it is for the football programs in this geographic location. But every team has a top-notch coach with top-notch assistants. Many assistants that have been head coaches or are more than knowledgeable enough to be a head coach. So I can't say enough about the coaching here. And again, as I spoke earlier, the number of coaches that every staff has, I think is tremendous for these young men's development.
An area that maybe high school kids aren't in, but we know it'll matriculate that way is the NIL. I mean, where are you at with that stance and maybe it eventually hitting high school at some point? Well,
my opinion, it's not going to affect the vast majority of these young men. It's going to, in my opinion, and we all know what opinions are, I think it's going to really affect a small few, just a handful of guys, your top-tier recruits. The thing that I dislike about it is it almost takes a team game and it focuses, to me, the epitome of team sports is football. It almost makes it about the individual when you talk about the NIL. Name, image, and likeness.
Right.
That's the one thing I dislike about it. But at the same time, you can't fault anyone trying to feed their family.
Right.
No matter how old you are. And if there's a tool and a vehicle that can help a young man do that and make his situation and his family situation a little bit better, I'm all for it.
Coach, tell our viewers that are watching the Heritage Media Day special, if they get a chance to come out and watch 7A football, why would be the good reason to come out and see this year's 2021 Heritage War Eagles?
These guys have put in a tremendous amount of work. First and foremost, I think we're eager to prove, and I say this all the time to my guys, forget who you were so you can enjoy who you are. We're a different team. We got a different type of young man that's walking through that door every day. We got a young man that's accountable, that's disciplined, that's putting the work in and expects to have a certain degree of success. And more importantly, we're going to play for each other. We're going to play with each other. We're going to love each other. We're going to motivate and encourage. We're not going to be dogging each other, using cuss words, and we're going to have a lot of fun while we're doing it.
There you have it. Head coach Steve Hookfin with the Heritage War Eagles. But hey, we're not going away. We're going to take a deeper look into the War Eagle program. Much, much more. It's the On the Hill Media Day 7A West Special. We'll be back. Oh, there it is. That was
Lindsay & Associates started in 1973. This is our 48th year in real estate in Northwest Arkansas. We have 2 locations, one in Fayetteville and one in Rogers. And we are here to serve the people of our community. And as my dad always said, at Lindsay & Associates, we bring great neighbors together.
And welcome to today's On the Hill Media Day special. And we're here now at Rogers Heritage High School to talk to the War Eagles. And I'm joined by senior running back Eli Craig. Eli, welcome to the preview show.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Senior year, Eli, what comes to mind here at Heritage when I say senior year? I mean, what are your thoughts on that?
I mean, it's the last year, got to go out on a good foot, got to, never going to do it again. It's the last year, so got to make it special.
Heritage is one of those schools each and every year. You guys kind of feel like you got a chip on your shoulder.
Oh,
is that any different coming into the 21 season?
Well, we won't let it get to our heads. We're just focusing on ourselves. Getting better every day. So, I mean, of course, we do have a chip on our shoulder with our past, but we can't let the past affect our future, obviously. So, just got to keep going.
Senior year, I mean, offensively, tell me a little bit about what we'll see from the War Eagles in 2021.
We'll see a lot of running the ball, a few passes, but yeah, we got to run heavy offense this year for sure.
Running. Now you're going to be doing a lot of that running. I mean,
absolutely.
Talk about what is life like at the running back spot in this 7 West Friday. I mean, tell me about that.
Well, when you have the ball, eyes are on you, so it's a good feeling, but it's a lot of weight on your shoulders. But I mean, when it's ready for anything.
Favorite moment right now in high school football here at Heritage in your first 2 years, sophomore, junior? I know we have the 21 season, but what game or games stick out to you, if you care to share?
So going back to sophomore year, scoring my first varsity touchdown against Vanderbilt, I think about that a lot. Last year, scoring against our rival Rogers for sure. Anything good against Rogers is good. I mean, so that's that. And
most memorable game to this date?
For me, I would say, this past season against Rogers, playing at home with all the fans and crosstown rivals. I mean, that was fun. But as a team, I'd say when we won our game against the Springfield team.
What makes 7A West football what it is? I mean, it's so competitive. I mean, what sets 7A West apart from any other conference in this state?
I mean, everybody in the 7A West is a great player, obviously. I mean, everyone's working every day. I got friends from other schools. They're always at the fields and the weight room. So just everybody's competing with each other, trying to be the best. So
talking with Eli, senior running back here at the Heritage War Eagle football program. Now we're going to have a little fun.
All righty.
Here on the show. You and me, we're riding around the city of Rogers, Eli. First 5 artists.
First 5.
Listen to, give them to me.
I'd have to go with my favorite, The Weeknd, A$AP Rocky, Kanye West, Future, and I'd say some Biggie.
Last message to those that may get a chance to come out and watch the 2021 version of the Heritage War Eagles. What's that one message, Eli, that you'd like to say to those that, if you're not doing anything on a Friday night, this would be the place to be?
Just come out and watch us. I mean, we've been putting the work in. It's going to pay off in the season, so we'd love to have everybody come and have the town support. I mean, it's great having all the people in the stands, and we don't want any empty seats this year. So.
Well, Eli, thanks for joining us here momentarily. That was senior running back Eli Craig. We got much more War Eagle talk. It's the On the Hill Media Day special. Back in a minute.
Hello, Northwest Arkansas. I'm Darren Storms with Storms Orthodontics. Here at Storms Orthodontics, we see patients of all ages. We treat patients with traditional braces, Invisalign. We are proud to sponsor a lot of local sports teams: football, baseball, basketball, dance, soccer. Wish you guys a great year, happy, healthy season. And we have locations in Fayetteville, Springdale, and Siloam Springs, and we'd love to take care of your kids. Thank you very much.
And welcome back to the On the Hill 7A West Media Day special, and we're here on the campus of Rogers Heritage High School, and I'm joined now by junior linebacker Chris and KL. Chris, welcome on.
Thank you for having me.
Football season is up on us. I mean, your junior year. I mean, Chris, what can you take from your sophomore season that you can build on for 2021 and, and make this defense even better?
Sophomore season for me, it was a lot of offense. So I had to build some skills I hadn't really developed before. And, now in the off season, I just had to do it again. I had to build those skills back up, and now I'm ready for a great season on the defense.
You guys kind of are kind of been that team that plays with a chip on your shoulder. I mean, is it any different heading into 2021 for the War Eagles?
No, sir. It's an even bigger chip on our shoulder because we're trying to compete. We're trying to stay up with these big schools in the 7A, and we're trying to improve our position in the standings.
I'm noticing a little something.
Yes, sir.
Glasses.
Absolutely.
I mean, what's that message from the War Eagles this year? Because your buddy Craig, he had them on too. What's going on with that?
It's just a good look. You look good, feel good, play good.
I totally agree. When you look at the 7A West, I mean, what game stands out to this moment, Chris? I mean, I know you still have your junior and then that senior year, but to this point, what game can you say that's the one that I remember?
Last season for me, when we played Bryant, went down there, and I think that's the hardest I've ever seen this team play. I got to run the ball that game, and I had a really good day, and I really enjoyed it.
What will the offense and really the defense or the football team as a whole, I mean, what will people say about the War Eagles in 2021 when all is said and done?
I think they're going to be surprised. I think that coming from last year, we had a little bit of success in one game. I think they're going to be surprised with all the work we've done and how we've come and improved into the season.
Player plays that might have that stick out to you to this point, Chris?
Going back to that Bryant game, the first play I ran was a 12-yard run. I think it's the hardest I've ever ran in my career. There were some pretty big guys down at Bryant, and I felt really good getting through that D-line, getting through those linebackers.
Now, you and me, we're riding around the city. We're going to have some fun. I had your friend Craig on, and then we're going to get with you. First 5 artists on the play list, Chris. What are they?
I think first we definitely have to have some 50 Cent, Pop Smoke, Beyonce for sure.
Oh, man. Got to have Beyonce.
Some 42 Doug, maybe a little J. Cole in there too.
And last message that you want people to know about the Rogers Heritage War Eagles, if they get a chance to get out and come watch some high school football, why would Heritage be the program that they'd want to come and see?
Because I can tell you right now, we put more work in than anybody else in the 7A, and we're ready. We're ready for it. We're ready for the challenge, and it's going to be a good season.
Well, Chris, thank you for joining us on the Media Day 7A special. Hey, we got much more. It's the On the Hill Media Day 7A West special. Back in a second.
Lindsay & Associates started in 1973. This is our 48th year in real estate in Northwest Arkansas. We have 2 locations, one in Fayetteville and one in Rogers. And we are here to serve the people of our community. And as my dad always said, at Lindsay & Associates, we bring great neighbors together.
And welcome back to the On the Hill 7A West Media Day special. And I'm here on the campus of Rogers Heritage to talk to the War Eagles. And I'm joined now by junior offensive tackle Hunter Seals. Hunter, welcome in.
Thank you for having me.
Junior year, Hunter. I mean, you played last year as a sophomore. I mean, what do you think you can build on from your sophomore year and continue to improve on for this junior season?
Just playing our football. That's all we gotta do.
What's the one thing that you learned, I mean, that sophomore year in the 7A West, that you can use experience-wise?
Just, you never know what's gonna happen. You gotta expect the unpredictable.
Talk about that offensive line. I mean, what will people say about the Heritage War Eagle offensive line?
Big and physical.
You have to be one of those leaders. I mean, how do you handle that? I mean, like I said, you are still yet a junior, but you play. Coach Hook and that offensive staff, they expect quite a bit out of you, don't they?
Yes, sir. And being a leader, it follows through your years, so it kind of just comes natural to you.
Friday nights, what do those mean to you?
The best night of the week.
Talk about the 7A West. What makes 7A football so much better, in your opinion, than
just
what
the
you might see?
Physicality that we have. I mean, you go to Bentonville, you go to Bentonville West, they think they're the highest teams in the state, which we don't think that. We just think we're all even right now, and we're ready to go play them.
Hunter, what's the most memorable game that you have to this point? I know you have your junior and senior year, but I mean, from that sophomore season, what game stands out?
For me, it was the Bryant game. We went there and we just played our heart out. And yeah, we came up short, but I wish we could play them again.
Now we're gonna have a little fun with Hunter here on the 7A Media Day special. I had fun with your previous two brothers. You and me riding around Rogers, Mr. Well, first 5 artists on the playlist. What are they?
Definitely Outkast, 50 Cent, a little bit of Ice Cube, and then TLC.
Ooh, old school there.
And then some Beyonce.
And for that final message, Hunter, for those that may, want to come out and watch a little high school football, and Rogers Heritage may be the place to be. Give them a reason as to why they should come out and watch this version of the 2021 War Eagles.
It's our atmosphere that we have. We have fans everywhere, and we'd be glad to see them come out here. Have a rally for us or something. Just get it going.
Well, that was Hunter, Solis, junior offensive tackle for the War Eagles. We're going to take a break, but hey, we're not going anywhere. We still got more War Eagles to talk to. It's the On the Hill Media Day 7A special. Back in a second. And welcome back to the On the Hill 7A West Media Day special, and we're here on the campus of Rogers Heritage High School, where we're going to talk to senior linebacker for the War Eagles, Nathan Moore. What's up, my man?
Thank you for having me.
Nathan, it's your senior year. I mean, what comes to mind for you heading into your senior year when I mentioned that?
Definitely this year, for all seniors, we all got to really step up our game. We really got to really got to go big or go home, you know what I mean? We really got to step out this year. We got to make our fans proud. We really got to make 7A West scared of us this year.
You've played a lot of football in the 7A West, been playing linebacker here since your sophomore year. I mean, what makes, offenses in the 7A West so much more difficult to stop on Friday nights?
They can always come out with different stuff. Every team, they each have their own plays they all got. They're all very unique in their own ways. They got a bunch of motions going now. They got deep routes, they got short routes. Definitely got to figure out what they're running.
Now, with you being a senior linebacker, I mean, quite the added role of leadership. I mean, do you embrace that role heading into this season?
Yes, I embraced it all the way. Definitely more because I'm a senior. Everything's got to matter. Everything matters to me, and yeah.
Most memorable game that you can think of heading into the 2021 season?
Most memorable game from last year?
Yes.
Most
or for
memorable
you, the whole
game.
Since you've been here, what's the most memorable game?
Has to be against Bryant, because we were in the playoffs, and Bryant is a hell of a team. They won that state championship for a reason.
Right.
They're a very special team.
Most memorable play? What game that you can kind of think of in your own personal way of a game that you felt like this is a game that I'll always remember?
I'll always remember. We'll always be Bentonville. Bentonville is always a team. They've always been the top team, you know what I mean? They go to the playoffs almost every year. They're a really good team. That's the team I would love to just go ahead against and to see what they got.
What would people say about the 2021 Heritage War Eagles defensively at the end of the year?
We're very unique. Very unique. We each got our own defense. Definitely. We got, Coach Hoekvin, he's definitely putting some different stuff no other teams have seen.
Now, we're going to have some fun, Nate. I've had it with your other friends that's joined today's show. Riding around Rogers, first 5 artists on the playlist. Who are they?
First 5 artists. All right, it's going to be Drake, Justin Bieber, let's see who else. Party Next Door, Wiz Khalifa, and The Weeknd.
And I see the glass thing. What's up with that?
Oh, just add a bit.
Thing?
Nah, just add a bit of style, make us look good.
And lastly, before we let you go, Nate, for those that may have a chance to get out and watch a little high school 7A West football on Friday nights, give them a good reason they should come here and watch the War Eagles in 2021.
Well, like I said, every team is unique. We like just the War Eagles. We all got our own stuff. We put in new plays, a new defense. Everything is much more different, much more intense, much more fast-paced.
Well, Nathan, hey, thanks for coming on. Good luck this season, and I look forward to watching War Eagle football. We'll be back with much, much more of the 7A West Preview Show. Back in a sec.
Hello, Northwest Arkansas. I'm Darren Storms with Storms Orthodontics. Here at Storms Orthodontics, we see patients of all ages. We treat patients with traditional braces, Invisalign. We are proud to sponsor a lot of local sports teams: football, baseball, basketball, dance, soccer. Wish you guys a great year, happy, healthy season. And we have locations in Fayetteville, Springdale, and Siloam Springs, and we'd love to take care of your kids. Thank you very much.
And welcome back to our On the Hill Media Day 7A West special. As we look into the program today of the Rogers Heritage War Eagles, and I'm joined now by junior quarterback Carter Henry. What's up, my man? Junior year, how excited are you, Carter, to get this 2021 season going?
Very excited. I think there's just a different culture, different attitude, and we're ready to rock and roll.
What is it that you feel like you've grown in the areas so that you can best lead this team, Carter?
I feel like my run game has gotten a lot better and just overall taking over leadership-wise and improving how we run things around here. You know?
Going up against a lot of these 7A West defenses on Friday night, what makes defenses in this conference so much more
It's a lot different, just coverages and how they stack the box differently and switch things up on us. But we just gotta play our game.
What's that offense going to be like this year at Heritage?
I feel like you're going to see a mix of, run and pass, but we're just going to be physical and go show that we're the better team out there.
Being the quarterback here at Heritage, I mean, who are some of the guys that you like to watch either collegiately or at the NFL level or maybe even at the high school level?
I feel like I draw inspiration from a lot of places, but Tom Brady was a big one, just his leadership skills and how he may not be the best athlete out there, but he still is Tom.
Carter, describe the perfect play for me. In your mind, if Coach Huckfield lets you call one play, what's that play going to be?
I'm not sure the X's and O's exactly, but I'm thinking a deep pass probably.
That's somewhere you let it go up. What makes 7A West so much more competitive in your opinion?
I feel like it's just the culture. Everyone wants to win, and there's no cupcake teams on the schedule. We all got to compete every week.
Being the quarterback here at Heritage, and I've spoken to several of your teammates, asked the same question of you. I mean, you guys feel like that chip is getting even bigger, and this may be the year that you get to prove your point, and everybody knows that the Heritage War Eagles belong.
Oh yeah. So come out and watch the game this year. You'll see there's just a different atmosphere and different mindset on everyone on the team.
Most memorable play or game, to date, Carter, that when you walked off that field, you was like, I can do it in this conference.
So I think I haven't had my moment yet, but for example, one of them I've got is against Bryant, going up 7-0 and the fade pass in the end zone to Jet Brown. It just kind of sparked inspiration and made me work a little harder.
Let's have a little fun with you, my man. You and me, riding around Rogers. First 5 artists on the playlist. Who are they?
I'm not exactly sure. Probably some Drake.
Okay.
Just go from there, I guess.
Just anything.
Put it on shuffle, yeah.
I hear you. Last message, Carter, for those that want to come out and maybe get a chance to watch some 7A West football, and Heritage may be the place to be. I mean, what would you tell them?
We're going for a state championship this year. There's no exceptions. No, we're not settling for 5-5, or we're not settling. We're going for it all.
Hey, that's coming from Carter here at Heritage, but we got much more. Time to talk a little offensive philosophy. It's the On the Hill 7A West Media Day special. Back in a second.
Lindsay & Associates started in 1973. This is our 48th year in real estate in Northwest Arkansas. We have 2 locations, one in Fayetteville and one in Rogers. And we are here to serve the people of our community. And as my dad always said, at Lindsay & Associates, we bring great neighbors together.